The family who I helped receive a $30,000 platinum pass from Pokerstars on Christmas is in trouble. They do not have passports, and they have 10 days until the event takes place. The World Series of Poker 2019 schedule has been released. There's a new event on there, $500 and $1 million for first place. Is Daniel Negreanu the poker boyfriend of the year? We investigate what shenanigans Daniel's up to now. Phil Ivey was spotted battling in Bobby's room, playing the high stakes against Jungle Man Dan Cates and Gus Hansen. Pokerstars and the UFC are officially in business together, and reports have it that both companies watched my UFC videos that took place a few months ago and got about 10 million views and decided they had to do business together. Praise the Lord, as a fifth state has legalized online poker, as we welcome Michigan to one of the places we can play online poker soon. Renowned pot limit Omaha enthusiast and out-of-line expert Joey Ingram was recently spotted out at a nightclub with the young prince Fedor holes. What exactly went down? Ike Haxton takes down the super high roller bowl. The BAD BEAT jackpot was hit twice by the same guy in a matter of 2 months on a site that you should probably never play on because there's no fucking way that legitimately happened. All of this and more on This Is Poker. All right, our top story for the night. If you watched my video yesterday, I've been following along on Twitter, Instagram, or Reddit, or 2+2, you saw that a man named Jeremy, who received a gift from his wife to the World Series of Poker, first time ever. It was posted over on Reddit. His wife got him airfare, hotel, a buy-in to the $500 event, the first event that happens. He was emotional in the video, crying. It was a very touching moment, I think, for everybody that saw it. I posted the video of this happening over on my Twitter. Ended up getting about 175,000 views. Talked about how I reached out to them, wanted to give them a little World Series Poker tour, introduce them to some of their favorite players, maybe get them staked into an event. And people on the internet, on Twitter, they were like, we'll stake them. Everyone wanted to stake them. We could have put them in any event, I believe, for the entire year. So I posted that on there. A lot of support came in. So a second part to this story was that I've been deciding if I'm going to accept the Platinum Pass from Pokerstars, $30,000 Platinum Pass, down to the event in the Bahamas next month, $25K tournament entry, and then $5K in expenses. So I've been deciding if I'm going to accept that through a Twitch streamer named Arlie. His 12th challenge was to convince me to accept it and go down to the Bahamas. I've been on the fence about it, so I posted on Christmas. I said, if Pokerstars gives Jeremy a Platinum Pass, I'll accept the offer for the Platinum Pass. We'll both get one. Arlie will get one, and it'll be a Merry Christmas all around. So Stars decided they would do it. The reaction on the community was pretty wild, but there was a problem in that it turns out these guys don't have passports. So it's December 26th right now. The event takes place January 6th. These guys don't know if they're going to be able to get a passport to go down to the event. Chris Moneymaker said, all right, I'll take care of the fees if you need to. A bunch of other people chimed in, and it looks like they're going to be heading to the passport office in Atlanta on Friday. So they live in Tennessee. They're going to Atlanta on Friday to see if they can get the passport. Jeremy posted on Twitter, and he said it looks like they're going to be able to get it taken care of. So hopefully they go there, and it's fine because this is in a couple weeks. I mean, 10 days from now, they got to go down there. So we're going to follow along with that, and hopefully we'll get to talk with Jeremy and maybe find out a little bit more about him. But from what I've read, he plays 1-2, 2-5. His wife seems to encourage him to want to play poker or encourage him to go to the casino and get after it. He's a superintendent for what looks like a construction company. So I do hope to find out a little bit more about him and talking to him, and I'll keep you updated on that story. So a big news release was the World Series of Poker released a limited schedule for 2019, 50th anniversary of the World Series of Poker. The big event that's going to be kicking off the series this year is called the Big 50 Nolan Hold'em. It's going to be a $500 buy-in golden event. It'll be rake-free for all initial entries, feature a starting stack of 50,000 chips, 50-minute levels, and a prize pool guarantee of $5 million, with first place guaranteed at least $1 million. So now this year, it looks like they're going to be having some re-entries and some rebuys added to these events. For this specific event, you'll be able to rebuy one time per flight. So there's 4 starting flights. Looks like you can play all 4 of them. You can re-enter, but you're going to have to pay rake on the re-entry. Fucking rake. This certainly looks like it'll be a very sick event to kick off the series with. The buy-ins just keep going down and down. $500 buy-in. First place, $1 million. So we'll see exactly how they handle re-entries and rebuys this year, whether it's just one re-entry for some of these things, or some of them are going to be unlimited, because we've seen a pattern of more re-entry tournaments out there. Also, looking at the schedule for the events they announced, Millionaire Makers back June 7th. They were nice enough to announce the Seniors Nolan Hold'em, which I know everyone out there is excited for, June 13th. And then they got the Double Stack Nolan Hold'em, Monster Stack Nolan Hold'em, Crazy Eights. And then this year, the World Series of Poker main event is going to start July 3rd. They've upped the chips from 50K to 60K, and they have 3 day ones this year. Seems like they fluctuate in terms of what the dates they have for this event in the past. They kind of sometimes go early July, later July. I gotta be honest, I haven't paid much attention to the Nolan Hold'em events in the past few years. You guys know I really only play the Pot Limit Omaha World Series of Poker events, and that's really what I'm looking forward to on here. I expect a similar schedule to be announced for PLO with what usually takes place in the past, but stay tuned for that, and we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think about this new Big 50 event. Like it, don't like it. To me, it seems pretty cool. Seems like a really fun idea. Get the hype going at the beginning of the series, and then hopefully kind of build some momentum for the series throughout the entire summer. Gives people a big chance to win big money. And I don't know, it seems like a really great tournament. Is Daniel Negreanu the poker boyfriend of the year? That's right. Kid Poker, Daniel Negreanu, who for some reason people are obsessed about this guy's love life, man. I've never read so many comments from random dudes about a guy's love life in my entire life. Well, I mean, it probably happens in other industries, but in poker, kind of a rare thing. So Daniel, if you guys have been following, he's in love, man. The love solver's going crazy. He's all loosey-goosey.
Can't be like all loosey-goosey having a sandwich.
He's doing all kind of crazy things out there, and he's in love. He's been dating his ex-girlfriend, who's now his current girlfriend, it looks like, Amanda Leatherman. Shout out to Amanda. And I don't know, I think they're a very cute couple. Whenever I see them around together, they're always making out. I don't know, it is what it is, man. It's fun to see. But Daniel decided, what appears, he looks like he bought Amanda a Tesla, if I'm to believe this be correctly. So he posted on Twitter of him going out to garage, him shouting out Amanda, him buying what appears to be a Tesla either for himself or for Amanda. For the sake of the story, I'm going to assume it's for Amanda. And I got to say, I'm a little jealous, man. I want a girlfriend or boyfriend to buy me a Tesla for Christmas. And I see some comments out there from some guys. Oh my God, he bought him a Tesla. I mean, I can't understand some of these fucking people. These guys are crying, or they're like, oh my God, he bought her. Who cares? Negreanu made $35 million in PokerStars this year. All right, if he wants to go buy his girl a $50,000 to $100,000 car, let the man do it, man. I support it. He's setting the bar high for guys like myself and for other guys out there, and I can understand why these guys would be mad. And also, what I saw today was Daniel, it's an unusual one. He posted his intentions for 2019, and the list is short. And here's what it is. Make Amanda happy. Lock her up. And knock her up. And I gotta be honest, I'm led to believe this is 100% accurate. I think this is exactly what his plan is. His plan, boom. Car, boom. Make her happy, boom. Wife her up, boom. Pregnancy. I gotta say, man, I'm ready for a little kid poker out there. I'm calling him little kid poker. Whether it's a man, it's a woman, I don't care. The baby will be known as little kid poker for me. We have real kid poker. We have real Amanda out there, radio Amanda, Amanda Leatherman. All I know is this is one of my favorite couples in poker right now, and I'm going to be very interested in how much sex they're having in order to create this baby. Please keep us updated, Daniel, as all of us out here are extremely, extremely curious and ready to devour any piece of information that you give us about the relationship. Phil Ivey, the Tiger Woods of poker, spotted back in Bobby's room. If you follow Gus Hansen's Instagram, which is one of the most interesting and funny Instagrams that exist in poker right now, he posts a little behind-the-scenes footage of Jungle Man and Phil Ivey, amongst others.
We're back in Bobby's room. Christmas didn't come early. Long winter is upon us, but hopefully the sun will shine again.
Battling in Bobby's room. Now, we haven't seen much of Phil Ivey for most of this year. He wasn't playing the Super High Roller Bowl. I think he popped up in some of those Triton Poker Cash games, but we haven't really heard too much from him. We don't really know what he's up to. He's one of the most popular poker players still in poker. And luckily, we have Mr. Voyeur, Mr. TMZ, Gus Hansen, giving us a little behind-the-scenes footage here. And it looks like Ivey's taken in the pot, and he does not look very happy to be recorded here. But we do thank Gus for his continued report from Bobby's room. And hopefully, 2019, we get to see more of Phil Ivey. And I do see Jungle Man in the mix there as well, too, wearing a nice little Flow Show shirt. Shout out to Jeff Gross out there. I wonder if this is from this tweet from Jungle Man a couple days ago. He said, here at Bobby's Room, we invented a new kind of flip. The winner of the flip pays everyone each an amount, such as $5K, instead of winning something. Only at Bobby's Room can you experience such new kinds of pain. I gotta say, unique idea. Normally, when you do a flip, one person wins and everyone else gets stuck. In this one, the person that wins the flip has to pay out everybody? Oh my God, that sounds pretty torturous right there. Maybe not a flip I want to be involved in, but I would love to watch a game that has a flip. Maybe fuck it, I'll try the flip. Why not? Pokerstars and the UFC have partnered together, and Pokerstars will become the official poker partner of the UFC. Now, if you guys watch my videos from a few months ago, I made a bunch of videos on the UFC. One of them got over 8 million views. A couple other ones had close to 1 million or over 1 million views. I think Pokerstars saw those videos. The UFC saw those videos. They saw how successful they were, and they said, we gotta make a deal take place, and now the deal is set. Not too many details are public about the deal so far, but it does look like Pokerstars branding will be shown during UFC telecast, as well as on digital and social media, another promotional opportunity. Now, if you guys follow the UFC, it's a pretty growing business at this point in time. Their deal with Fox ends this year, and they'll be moving on to ESPN, so I expect the UFC to get a lot more promotion on shows such as SportsCenter and First Take and all the debate shows. I imagine if ESPN is going to partner with the UFC, they're going to use a pretty similar model for marketing and promotion that they use for something like the NFL, and that they're going to keep putting these topics out there over and over and over again. They're going to take these stars and take the athletes, and they're going to promote them and talk about them and create discussion over and over and over all day long. So I feel like if ESPN is going to make this deal with the UFC, we're going to see the UFC continue to grow and grow in terms of popularity and in terms of mainstream media coverage. Maybe we can expect to see some type of collaboration with some of the athletes, maybe Conor McGregor with Pokerstars. I don't know, maybe. We'll stay tuned to see what happens with that. I do expect to see Pokerstars branding in the ring come this Saturday's event between John Jones and Alexander Gustafsson. How do you say this guy's name? Alexander Gustafsson. I actually don't know how to say the guy's name. I've never pronounced his name before. Alexander Gustafsson. Normally I'd look it up, but I'm just going to keep this in the video and you guys can correct me. Pot Limit Omaha enthusiast Joey Ingram was spotted at the nightclub with the young prince and retired poker player and current businessman / future king of the world, Fedor Holes. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, what's Fedor like at the club? Some people seem to think that Fedor at a nightclub, very in line, very conservative, very quiet. And I gotta tell you something, that could not be more farther from the truth, as this man is a party machine. He's out of line. He likes to have a good time. He's got some dance moves. He's fun. When it comes to meeting the women at the club, I gotta say, man, young Prince got some moves, man. Listen, you don't become one of the most successful poker players of all time at such a young age without having a lot of smooth, a lot of confidence, and certainly one fun person to go out with. I encourage everyone out there to try it at some point at time in your life. At some point in time, I believe the young prince will be prince of a country or actual king of a country. So I don't know how out of line he'll be able to get at a nightclub, but very fun night. One of my favorite nights. It actually put me in bed for 3 days, and I'm still debatably sick from the night. But all I got to say is, if you're in Vegas and you want to get out of line, you want to go to a nightclub, and you don't hit me up, I'm going to be upset, all right? Get in touch. In what feels like it was about 25 months ago, Super High Roller Bowl just wrapped up here. Ike Hollywood Haxton took down the event, faced off against Alex Foxen, who's up-and-coming player this year, starting to get more notoriety in the poker world. They faced off. Hollywood Haxton won. The crowd went wild. And then that's it. In great news for people of Michigan, Michigan has legalized online poker. I'm going to keep this one short because I really don't understand much of what I'm reading out there. There's a few articles on Online Poker Report that kind of go into more detail. If you want that, I'll put the link in the description below. But it looks like Michigan, 5th legal state, but it does look like we have a long time to wait. The legislation stipulates that the law would take effect 90 days after the governor's signature. The new division of internet gaming would then have 1 year to promulgate rules governing the license, administration, and conduct of internet gaming under this act. That adds up to 15 months before online poker could begin in Michigan. However, the within a year wording leaves open the possibility that the division could finish the regulations and licensing sooner. So, listen, I don't understand what that means. But all I know is Pennsylvania was legalized, and I'm not sure if they're still alive quite yet. So Pennsylvania was the last state that was legalized for online poker. We don't know if Michigan will be interstate. And it's all a real big clusterfuck, guys. Let's be honest here. So if this state is 15 months out from getting legalized, do not have high hopes for other states becoming legal sometime soon, because even when they do become legalized, you still have to wait 12 to 15 months plus for that to build up. And then from there, the player pool has to build up. The marketing has to be strong. And that's a whole nother issue altogether. But it is a step in the right direction. Michigan, congratulations. You have legalized online poker. All right, this story is a little bit strange, and it was pointed out by my man, JSmith84 Poker, a Twitch streamer. Check him out on Twitch. He pointed out that the same guy won the Bad Beat Jackpot on a site called Bet Online, first for $218,000 in November, and second this month for $122,000. Now, I don't know the odds of this happening, but I do have to say this is pretty fucking ridiculous. And kind of digging more into this site and how it works out, I was over on professionalrakeback.com. They mentioned that this site takes 15% from the Bad Beat Jackpot. So the Bad Beat Jackpot was about 1.2 million. So they took $189,000 from the Bad Beat Jackpot. And if you take a look at their own terms of service, on June 17th, it said they take 12.5%. But something happened because in October 2018, they decided, fuck you, we're taking 15% now. We got to up that to 2.5%. I don't know. This seems like one of the biggest scams going on right now in poker. I mean, is that true? This probably isn't one of the biggest scams going on in poker. But, I mean, who knows, man? Fucking knows. I don't even know what this site is, honestly. I've never played on the site. Chico Poker. I don't know what's going on. They're just randomly giving themselves 2.5 extra on these Bad Beat Jackpots. And now, I don't know if this was two Bad Beat Jackpots consecutive in a row, but he initially hit it at 1-2 by making some awful play with pocket tens. And then the second time he won it, he was playing 10-26 max, and there's actually not a hand history of that. So I don't know what's going on with this site. This seems a little fishy to me. You guys draw your own conclusions from this one. Do your own research, guys. Who knows what we're going to find out? Who knows if this guy's the site? I mean, listen, they're already taking 15% from the Bad Beat Jackpot. Are they really going to rig the Bad Beat Jackpot for one player? But the odds of this guy winning twice seems incredibly, 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 incredibly unlikely. I would not trust this site as far as I can throw the fucking site. If you're playing on the site, just be careful. All right, guys, think that's going to wrap it up, man. Had some topics for this one, some fun ones, some not fun ones, some interesting ones, some weird ones. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like this video? Do you like the style? Do you want to see another segment from Big Poppy? Does Big Poppy need to come back out? Show you guys how to maybe do a little out-of-line dating at the end of these videos? You guys know my last video, Big Poppy threw out a date, and I gotta say, we might have something in order. So that's it, guys. Take care. Much love. Merry Christmas. Peace out.